Good morning. Glad you're here. So, we just got in from outside a little bit ago. Frankie. Oh, I gotta show you my baby. Hold on, don't get dizzy. Say hi, baby. I didn't work him with his tricks very long today. He likes it when I work him, jump, down, lay down, wait, come. It's so fun. It's nothing fancy. It's just, I think the vet is right. I think he's part border collie, and he likes to be a working dog. He likes a mission, and he certainly likes to hunt. What's he doing back there? Yeah, he's sulking a little bit. He's probably mad at me because of all the flea situation. I decided that, kind of chokes me up, that liquid flea medicine you put between their shoulders, I tried it a couple times and it just made him all red. And then I connected the dots, what it was. I'm sure of it. So I decided against that. So now I'm using the that earth that I told you about. It's just that white powder. And I put it in everywhere he lays down. It's all over this blanket. And I massage it into him every time I get him in it. I know it's going to dry out his skin a little bit. It hasn't done too bad of a job on mine either, but he's kind of oily by nature. So it's better than being poisoned, I'll tell you that. Okay, so do you ever have a day where you wake up and you're thinking, okay, normal day, and for some reason, since I think it happened, I don't remember when it happened, but I know it was after I was 29, because that's when I got sober and quit waking up with hangovers, quit partying all the time. Oh my God, I had some fun, but then the fun got stupid. So I have this blessing that when I wake up in the morning, I either wake up with it or it happens within minutes. I hear a song. And it's a good song, a sweet song. And it lasts until I get busy. Or it just comes in for a minute or two. And then I get on with my day. I am a cheerful morning person. Yap, 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 yap. But if something happens to kind of dishearten me, make me sad, then sometimes I handle it a little rougher than other times. Very often I handle blips well. It's a blip, an oopsie. But let's say, for instance, this morning, I woke up feeling pretty well, and then I thought, oh, this is so great. And then I don't know if I did get good sleep last night, and I overate a little bit last night. So I go down this checklist: hungry, angry, lonely, tired. And for me, it was like, I shouldn't be tired. I shouldn't be hungry. I'm pretty doing nutrition. Lonely, yeah, and I'm not angry about anything. Lonely is usually the thing. Is in the mornings, I love to that's my time to either chit-chat with friends, excuse me, on the phone, or back in the day to have coffee, or just to be by myself and be cheerful. But this morning, it's just like all of a sudden, it's gray outside. I feel a little lonely. And anyway, here's what happens. I'll start to analyze it. And then I have to stop. Just stop. Stop analyzing it. It doesn't matter how or why I went from being in a sweet, joyful, grateful mood to feeling slump. It doesn't matter. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Now, if I've taken care of as well as I can the hungry, angry, lonely, tired, there's nothing I can do about any of those 4 things right now. I'm going to be going to work here pretty soon. So, and like I said, the other things are taken care of. Now, what now? Well, I do know one thing that's happened is that I had a couple mosquito bites on there yesterday. Anyway, that's what they look like and feel like. But usually mosquito bites don't itch as long. So one of the things I'm going to do, and I'm going to write it down, is I'm going to put that Benadryl cream by my desk, on my desk. Perfect. Wrote it down. And you know what? To reward myself, I'm going to call my sis Chris, my friend Dorothy, after work. I'm just going to go ahead and have a friend moment after work. I'm going to touch base. What else can I do? Okay. How is my day going to go? I'm going to put on makeup. I'm going to get my YouTube friends to keep me company. I'm going to have, I know I have a full schedule today. I have peanuts and edamame nuts in my desk drawer. I have my dog treats filled up in my office. Comfy shoes on. Ooh, you know what? I might put my foot massager under my desk in my office. Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah. And you know what? That reminds me. One of the things I find joy in is moving the furniture around. Kind of remodeling a room with the things I already have. I think I want to reorganize my office this weekend. So I'm going to add these to my list, okay? And what'll happen is I'll put them in priority. The Benadryl's happening as soon as I get off here because it just won't quit itching. That's not normal. Damn mosquitoes. If it's a spider bite, the heavy paste, like it's like a black tar. I put some of that on there, so it should draw out whatever it is. Okay, so we're gonna put on some makeup. See, I feel better already, right? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I don't have to be super cheerful all the time. We got this. We got this. And there's always, don't hate me for this, but one of the things that was super cool for me when I was in the 90s, I guess it happened in the late 80s, Nike came out and started Why did I put that up there? Oh, dear Lord. It doesn't really matter. It does not really matter. I have to get some more dark foundation so that I can balance out all this light foundation. That's all there is to it. I cannot continue, or I have to just get rid of all this makeup and start over, because this is ridiculous. All my makeup is too light for me anymore. I think. I could be wrong. Anyway. I have dark powder. That'll help. I'm just going to slather it on. I'm going to have some fun. See, and that's also part of lifting my mood, is not taking everything so seriously. Back in the old days, if somehow I had a mood switch, which I had a lot of them, I cannot have that Band-Aid on there. That's just not going to work for me. I thought it would keep my hair from being in that oil, or tar, but I don't know. Can you see it? Oof, that itches. Anyway, if I stubbed my toe, this is the truth, it would be, God damn it, son of a bitch, my life sucks. It was awful. I was honestly, it's kind of like how people who have PTSD, and addiction on top of it, that's just how they act. I know I'm making a mess, and I don't even really care right now. Look at it. Okay, I'm going to order some darker foundation, and I'm going to quit complaining. Sometimes I still act like I'm poor. It's hilarious. I was actually talking to a friend of mine about that recently. She's like, well, and I did it recently too. I don't know what happened. I think it was in the sun or the stars or something. We were like, oh, I can't buy another one until I get refunded from Amazon for the one I returned. And then it took me probably a week for me to hear myself. And I'm like, I'm not that broke. My God. Oh, too funny. So anyway, I have to start looking for a replacement item. Chris and I were going to get matching t-shirts, and kind of dropped the ball on it. I couldn't find what I wanted after looking for it a few times. Okay, so back to getting through to the other stuff. I know, little ADHD there. A little sideshow. So, see, I feel better already. I got out of that slump, and you helped. Having this way to connect and say things out loud, and being able to share this information. I've been doing this for years, so it gets easier and easier. It's not easier at first, but boy, like I said, when I was younger, before I really started having more self-discipline, and that's the key. I have a lot of clients who will say, well, that didn't work for me. I tried it once and it didn't work. I'm like, honey, you got to be committed and have some self-discipline and do it even when you don't want to. If it isn't uncomfortable, if it doesn't make you kind of mad that you have to do it, but you do it anyway, then you're not changing the neural pathways. The neural pathways have to be challenged to go in a different direction. I'm sorry, that's how it works. It's uncomfortable. If you're not a little uncomfortable, it would be odd. Sometimes it's easier, sometimes it's harder. But neural pathways, especially with some of us who are kind of stubborn, That's just doing business. That's the price to pay. That's how the narrow pathways work. There's no cheating. And you can go do all that, what's it called? Oh, psilocybin, that a lot of people are talking about doing a shortcut with PTSD treatment with psychedelics. Well, I can tell you this. It can be the best thing you've ever done for a spiritual awakening, or it can make you question things so long and so hard that you're just discouraged. Or, there's a lot of ors. Or, it can be horrible. And you'll question why anybody would have had you do something like that. Or, it can leave you more paranoid, angry, sensitive. It's a risk you have to be willing to take. Personally, I think if you don't do it once, in a very small amount, maybe a couple times, something like, what they used to do, blotter acid, microdot, mescaline, things like that. They were mild back then compared to what's going on now. Where's my lipstick? I'm going to do a mauve day. My friend Chris got some of my mauve and she loves it. It looks so natural on her skin. But she's always had such a beautiful color. And it's creamy. It almost looks like nothing on some people. And if you put it just like, I don't have a good lip line. I had scarring that kind of took away my lip line when I was young. I had really bad acne. And so I have very weak lip line. I'll put some eyeliner on. My usual powder. Anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit more about the lip line. Let me finish that one. So if you I wish I would have showed you before I put lipstick on, but my lip line, you might be able to kind of see it. So just a tiny bit past my natural edge that doesn't have a natural lip line on it. I have a natural lip ledge. And that's where, I mean, even though it's soft, that is where it is. So that's where I put the lipstick. Now, if I'm going out or if I'm on camera, if I'm not wearing a lipstick that lasts, I have to check that to kind of get it back up there. Now, yesterday I tried my eyeliner over a little bit further because I used to like my eyes to look more round, and that's why I stopped my eyeliner sooner. I don't like my eyes to look like they're upside down, but I also gave myself a little more cat eyes, so it lifted it, and I was kind of happy with that. I had to lift this up a little higher, even though I came out further. Yeah. That way, it doesn't make my eye look upside down. What do you think? Let's see. Oh, and I have 2 kinds of glue. So I'm going to try some eyelashes, one type of glue on one lash and one type of glue on the other. And then another day, we're going to do the magnetic eyelashes. I haven't done those in ages, so it'll be refreshing. It'll be refreshing to try something that crazy. It'll be crazy. Okay, so back to kind of starting out with the sluggishness. If you practice this enough over time, it gets easier and easier. And you can actually change your mood. The biggest part of it is, and this is where you're going to want to pay attention. I'm sorry to tell you this, but because, I was talking about the neural pathways earlier. Well, what happens is, if you don't give yourself permission to be in a better mood, and versus standing by your right to be in whatever mood you want to be in. Oh, I'm not being dramatic. I was there a half an hour ago. It was such a good reminder. I haven't had one of those awakenings for a while. I wanted to go. And you know what it is. You'll get to know what it is when you start paying attention, and you'll realize that's when you start picking a fight. Especially if you pick a fight over something that you've picked a fight about 100,000 times before. You left your spoon in the sink. You didn't load the dishwasher right. Who cares? Nobody cares about that stuff. Just fix it. Those are little things that are nothing. Because what happens is, and this is, what I had to learn is, for example, your spouse may not be perfect. They may be far from it. But there's a list of things. There's a list of things that they do. And you should keep that in your pocket. That if they weren't around, not only would you be alone, truly alone, not just emotionally alone, but you would be physically alone in this world. And that goes for, if it's not a spouse, you're a bum kid that's living with you. Just joking, but you know what I'm talking about. Shh, don't say it out loud. Or a roommate that's no fun. You decide, right? What we're talking about here. Taking care of an elderly parent. There are a lot of things that we do that we can start to really pout about. And if we don't bring it up to them, it eats away at us. So, okay, so this side looks a little darker than this side. What the hell? I don't know. Let me try this again. I've been putting on a little more makeup the last couple days because I've been kind of emotional the last few days with the heat and humidity again. Just really hit again. Ugh. It's just like, come on, you gotta be kidding me. It's summer, or it's fall now. I just live in an area where the weather is really quite extreme. It has been since I moved here. And the thing is, every year of my life, of my adult life, I have felt the same way. And you know what? I want a little more color on my lips. This mauve is a natural look, which is what I usually go for. But I'm not going for natural today. Today, I'm going for a little bit more glam. Why? I don't know. But I'm going to do it anyway. Let's see what this looks like. Ooh. All right. So treat yourself well today. Get beautiful. Whether you're going out of the house or not. Get beautiful. Why not? Tell me that. Tell me that. Tell me why not. You don't want to waste a little makeup? You know what? You deserve it. And it's not that expensive. If you're buying makeup that's so expensive that, well, you don't want to waste it, buy some cheap at-home makeup. Buy the inexpensive stuff like I do. Heck, I can't believe it. Wet n Wild didn't smell so weird. It smells like Lowe's, like the paint section of Lowe's. No one would know it wasn't Giorgio. That's my opinion. That's true. I'll bet it is leftover Giorgio, and they just add that stinking color to it, or odor to it, so you can't tell. That's what I think. You know, that's what they do with a lot of makeup. When they're manufacturing it and there's overages, they'll just change the fragrance a little bit to the batch. But the product is the same. They're not going to go through all the chemistry to change a whole lot about the product. They're just going to change the fragrance a little bit. They don't even change the color or consistency because it's too much work. Google it. I haven't Googled it in a long time. I went to a class, back in the 80s. Wait a minute, 62, 72. Might have been 1980 that I went to that class because I was a hairdresser. And you had to take classes and go to conferences and stuff to keep up your CEUs. I had my own hair salon for a while. April's Day Spa. Massage, nails, waxing. I had some characters work for me. It was fun. It was fun. Too many irons in the fire, though. So I finally slowed down and decided to just do one thing. Finally. So, I had a hot flash earlier. All right. Whew. Oh, so the big deal is about giving yourself permission to not be mad. And give yourself permission to have a scattered day. This topic, that topic. Just the less seriously you take yourself when you go through these days, mornings, hours. Maybe it lasts for weeks for you. I don't know. But the less you beat yourself up over it, the more humane you are, the more you prove that you are a good person. You wouldn't want to beat someone else up for being scattered, would you? And if you would, maybe you need some anger management tips. I'll keep showing up if you do. We have to be able to remember we want to grow as a person. And if you want to grow as a person, you have to be willing to feel the discomfort, the pain, the injustice of keeping your mouth shut while you work through your list making, calming down, thinking about your day ahead, taking a breath, recognizing the facts that throwing a temper tantrum is not going to help anything. Nothing. So keep that in mind. Just trying to let you know that change is hard, and that's why most people don't. Which is sad. Which is really sad. But I've seen it happen. I see it happen all the time. And I've seen it happen quickly. Because some people are just like, Uncle, I'm ready to change. Tell me what to do. And I'll tell them what to do, and they'll do their damn homework. And they start changing. Like I did. I mean, God, I was such a... In my youth, I had been so hurt. So hurt, so abandoned. So manipulated and controlled that when I got older and was able to be out on my own, I started seeking out the same types of people and didn't even know it. I had to get to the end of my rope before I was willing to stop trying to do it my way. Ooh. So if you find yourself doing the same thing over and over again, getting the same results, you might want to try something different. If you've tried lots of different things, everything you know of, and nothing changes, you might want to give up and let somebody else help you. Yeah. I had proven myself to be so smart that I didn't think anybody else had the answers. That's how far down the road I had to get to realize I'm out of answers. And finally started listening. It's when I finally started going to AA. Because a divine intervention. And I'll tell you what, it really changed my life. That, and then later, a therapist that was amazing. She was tough. She was smart. She had been through it. She had been through a lot. So she could see my pain, and I could see that I could trust her. And she had boundaries. If I didn't do my homework, there was no reason to show up. And if I didn't show up, I'd be charged anyway. Right? So, yeah, have some guts. Take charge today. And if you are already doing this kind of thing, good for you. And I'm telling you what, I feel pretty good about me right now because I did not feel really good an hour ago. Well, thanks for going on this little trip with me. Mwah. All right. Frankie, say bye. Frankie, say bye. He is wore out. I want you to see this. Hold on. Why are you acting like you don't have any energy? Why? Why? Why are you acting like you don't have any energy? Huh? What? What? Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye, everybody. All right. Y'all have a good day. Mwah. Bye for now.